Shemar Stewart and Bengals seal $18.97 million rookie deal. Contract void language explained. In a significant development for the Cincinnati Bengals, Shemar Stewart has officially signed his rookie contract, marking him as the last first-round draft pick to finalize a deal. This announcement was made by his agent, Zach Hiller of LAA, on Friday, July 25th, 2025. Stewart's contract is a 4-year agreement valued at $18.97 million, which includes a substantial signing bonus of $10.4 million, as reported by ESPN's Adam Schefter. Stewart, a defensive end who was selected 17th overall in this year's draft, is expected to join the Bengals just 6 days after the team's rookies reported for training camp. This agreement concludes a lengthy negotiation process that began shortly after the Bengals chose the former Texas A&M star. Notably, Stewart missed the Bengals' off-season workouts and was absent during the initial week of training camp due to a disagreement regarding contract language that could potentially void the guaranteed money. After negotiations, both parties reached a compromise, allowing Stewart to secure a more favorable payout structure compared to previous players drafted at the 17th position. This adjustment was made in light of the new language the Bengals incorporated into their rookie contracts. Earlier in the week, Bengals team president Mike Brown elaborated on the implications of the void language in the contract. He stated, if he were to engage in behavior that warranted punishment, he might expect the entire contract to be guaranteed. However, we would argue that it isn't guaranteed if he acted in such a manner. Brown emphasized that while the team could choose to pay the contract, they would not be obligated to do so, expressing reluctance to compensate someone who could hypothetically face incarceration for an extended period. Duke Tobin, the Bengals' director of player personnel, noted that the Bengals were among the last teams to include such language in their rookie contracts. Meanwhile, the other 5 draft picks from Cincinnati successfully signed their contracts in time for the team's first practice on Wednesday, with linebacker Demetrius Knight, the second-round pick, finalizing his deal just last Saturday. Stewart is not the first player to experience delays due to contract disputes. In 2018, linebacker Roquan Smith faced a similar situation, missing several weeks of training camp over disagreements regarding void language in his rookie contract with the Chicago Bears. During the off-season workouts, Stewart refrained from signing the team's participation waiver as he sought to resolve the contentious contract negotiations. A source familiar with the discussions revealed that Stewart was offered a lower training camp roster bonus than Amarius Mims, despite being drafted 1 position higher in 2024. Now, the Bengals still have one unresolved contract situation. Defensive end Trey Hendrickson has yet to report to camp as he is seeking a new contract. He is entering the final year of his current deal, which is set to pay him $16 million following an impressive All-Pro season. Bengals and Shemar Stewart reach agreement on rookie contract. Imagine the thrill of a new chapter unfolding in the NFL. The Cincinnati Bengals and their highly anticipated first-round draft pick Shemar Stewart have successfully hammered out the details of his rookie contract, as reported by ESPN's Adam Schefter on Friday afternoon. This 4-year agreement comes with a twist. It's fully guaranteed, and Stewart will receive an additional $550,000 upfront on top of the 50% of his signing bonus he'll get immediately upon signing. The remaining portion of his bonus will be paid out in a second installment due in December. The Cincinnati Enquirer caught up with Stewart's father, Mo Marquez, post-announcement on Friday night. Marquez revealed that the Bengals had been in continuous dialogue with Stewart's agents throughout the week, demonstrating a genuine willingness to find common ground. It was really on them, Marquez emphasized, reflecting on the resolution after months of intense negotiations. They showed they were ready to work and compromise. But here's where it gets controversial. Stewart and the Bengals had been locked in a stalemate over specific contract clauses for the past 3 months. This dispute led Stewart, the 17th overall draft pick, to skip the voluntary offseason workouts and even miss reporting for training camp over the weekend. However, with the contract set to be signed on Saturday, a day off for the Bengals, Stewart will finally join his teammates for practice on Sunday, marking the full start of his NFL journey. Notably, he was the last first-round pick from this year's draft class to finalize his rookie deal. Now, the spotlight shifts to Trey Hendrickson, who remains the sole holdout in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, Stewart is eager to leave these negotiations in the past and focus on the future. "It's time to work," Marquez declared. "This is what we've wanted more than anything." Shemar is on a mission to prove himself. And this is the part most people miss. How do you think this compromise will impact Stewart's performance on the field? Do you believe the Bengals made the right call? Share your thoughts in the comments. Bengals owner Mike Brown's blunt take on Shemar Stewart contract dispute, NFL News. The core issue here isn't just about money. It's about the principle of what teams are willing to pay for and under what conditions. And this is the part most people miss. The Bengals' stance on Shemar Stewart's rookie contract reveals a deeper debate about fairness, risk, and accountability in the NFL. But here's where it gets controversial. The team's blunt refusal to pay guaranteed money if a player ends up in legal trouble or is suspended, something that could spark strong opinions from fans and analysts alike. Just ahead of his 90th birthday, Cincinnati Bengals owner Mike Brown remains as engaged and outspoken as ever. While he's known for his reserved public presence, Brown made sure to speak openly during the team's recent local media day. He anticipated questions about the ongoing contract negotiations with first-round pick Shemar Stewart and was ready with a clear explanation. The crux of the dispute isn't about the total dollar amount. Both sides agree on a 4-year, nearly $19 million deal. Instead, the disagreement centers on the contract language, specifically regarding guarantees. Stewart wants his entire $18.97 million guaranteed up front, meaning he would receive the full amount regardless of future circumstances. Conversely, the Bengals are pushing to include language that allows them to void some guarantees if Stewart violates NFL policies, gets suspended, or faces legal issues. Brown summed up the team's position succinctly. He doesn't want to pay players who might end up in jail or otherwise be unavailable due to legal or disciplinary issues. As he put it, "We're not going to be paying someone who's sitting in jail." This straightforward stance is rare among NFL owners, who often prefer more diplomatic language. Stewart's agent, Zach Hiller, likely will be thrilled with Brown's bluntness, and the negotiation could drag on if Stewart's side refuses to accept these terms. So what's next? Will Stewart and the Bengals find common ground? Or will this standoff stretch into weeks? We've previously predicted when this negotiation might reach a resolution, and you can check out that analysis here. For more insights into Brown's comments and the ongoing contract saga, read the full story here. This situation raises a provocative question. Should NFL teams have the right to deny guaranteed money if a player faces legal or disciplinary issues? Or does this stance unfairly penalize players for circumstances beyond their control? Share your thoughts. Do you agree with Brown's firm position? Or do you think players deserve full guarantees regardless of future risks?